Oh, have y'all heard the oh my goodness. The OKC Thunder song? They made like their own somebody made an OKC Thunder song.
I have no idea.
Wait, can y'all hear this?
Who's winning that chip? Who's winning that chip?
Who's calling that what?
Shay, is it J Dub? Is it Lou Dort? Is it K-Sun? Was it Holmgren? Is it Caruso? Where's the trophy?
Tell me where's the trophy?
Tell me
where's the trophy?
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Fan Therapy. Episode, I think it's 31. Should be episode 31. Had to quiet the panel down real quick. Thank you, Howie. We're gonna kick it off with Howie, landmark conference champion, 1,000 point scorer, landmark conference rookie of the year, 3-time landmark first team, 2-time all Met first team, NABC D3 hoops first team all region selection. Howie, how you doing, bro? That's a terrible time to take a drink, bro.
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. 4th of July weekend coming up, man. Chilling. Got some plans, but other than that, can't wait to talk about the NBA with the guys.
No, appreciate you shouting out the date, forcing me to quick turn edit this thing. No worries there. All right, Mal, off to you. Landmark champion, as we know, 2021 back-to-back defensive player of the year, 2020, 2021 all-time Drew University leader in block shots. Nobody has more of them. Malachi, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, Justin. I'm good. It's been an exciting week of free agency. It was an exciting draft, ready to talk hoops with the fellas. Let's get to it, man. How you doing, Justin, by the way?
I appreciate the question. I'm doing good, and I'm actually ready for the question this time. I'm doing good. I actually enjoyed the draft. I needed that last little bit of sports until we get into this kind of dead zone offseason, kind of keeping us entertained. But besides that, ain't got much else. I watched the Yankees today. Not sure how much other baseball I can do, but yeah, let's get into the sports I like and the sports we like, the sports we're here to talk about. Gonna kick it off. Gonna be talking about our teams today. We're talking about the finals a lot, but we got teams that we really do enjoy and support a lot. Fan therapy is on the title. We're fans. Sometimes we need therapy for what we're going through. Some more than others at time. Howie's kind of riding the season high. Malachi and I not so much. Gonna kind of just check in with each other, see how we're doing with this offseason kicking off crazy. A lot of moves going on across the league. Gonna get into those as well. But yeah, to kick it off, we're gonna start off with the Chicago Bulls. That's Mal's team. We know we've been rocking with the Pacers throughout, but back to reality now. Back to Chicago, the Windy City. Mal, how you feeling about the Bulls at the moment?
I'm going to start this conversation off very simply. I hate the Chicago Bulls with a passion. I despise the front office. They are so stupid. So stupid. Every year it's the same thing, bro. Whenever the trade
Who y'all draft this year?
Huh?
Who y'all draft this year?
I don't even know. Two guys.
He's from South Carolina, I think.
Who?
He's from South Carolina, I think.
Cool. Nice. I have no love for the Bulls organization where it currently stands, bro. There's no right moves are being made. Like, we have a great core just a few years ago. Lonzo goes down. That's when it seems like everything went downhill. But, out of those all-star caliber players, we turned that into Josh Giddey, who's been playing very well for the Bulls, but is now asking for $30 million a year. Kevin Huerter, Chris Duarte, Isaac Okoro, Zach Collins, Trey Jones, one of their own first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. Come on, fellas. Come on. What are we doing? Lonzo Ball for Isaac Okoro, bro. They're like, I'm sure both of you gentlemen have had this experience. When you're playing with a cousin, and he's like, "Oh, let me play." And, you're like, you say, "No, I'm gonna give you this controller." Like you're playing here. Like That's what they remind me of. Like I'm sure they're in these talks, teams are like, yo, like, let me get Lonzo for Isaac Okoro, thinking that they're obviously gonna say no, but the Bulls are like, sure, have him here, easy swap. It's mediocre talk. That like I'm not sure how they're running it, why they're doing what they're doing. I'm not sure if they're trying to be, if they just want to be known as a playing team, if they're trying to waste Kobe White's years.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know what they're doing with Vucevic. This is a team full of role players, bro. And to have such a strong history, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So I don't know what the Bulls are going to do. I'm not going to say I'm excited. I just the Bulls are always going to do the Bulls. They're always going to do something stupid somewhere down the line. People always say like, "Yo, why don't you rep the Bulls a little more? Like that's your team. Like you should be excited when they're up, when they're winning games, when they're streaking." And I'm like, no. Like it's not worth it. They're always gonna let me down. They play good again. They play good. I'm like, oh, okay, like maybe I should. Right when I hop on a bandwagon, cook. It's over. It's over. It explodes. It always does. It always does. So, I'm still gonna support them, but very loosely. Next year I'm kind of cooked because Hallie and Tatum gonna be out, so I'm gonna I'm gonna rock with the Spurs and the Mavs, man. Only just because they're young, they got core, and excited to see what they do in the West. But the Bulls, if I could curse on here, I'll say a lot more, and I'll probably just do a certain gesture. But I best you guys out there. That's it. Like you guys pick up.
You got it.
That's all.
Hey, when it comes to the second and third teams, you gotta do what makes you happy. I think one thing. I mean, you guys like it's weird because I think you guys just are never like bad enough to get that pick. You guys are always just hanging around. You guys make one little win streak of games that gets you guys in the play, and especially towards the end of the year, Kobe White always turns up, starts playing well. Yeah, you guys drafted a 6'10" Noah Essengay. I think that's how you pronounce it. Signed Trey Jones back to 2 years. And then Lonzo Ball for Okoro. Okoro's 3-and-D, obviously usable player in the NBA, but y'all need way more than that.
You were like never picking like that, really playing.
Yeah, y'all are apparently y'all are eyeing Kuminga though. How you feel about that?
What?
Yeah,
you blew mine saying that, bro. And Billy Donovan is awful coach also, bro. Oh my God, Kuminga.
Billy Donovan's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. What you mean?
Yo, I'm gonna stop there because I do not want to curse on this podcast. I have no more words for the Bulls. I wish them luck. If they were to actually suck and get a good pick, they would end up messing it up because they always mess it up. Marcellus was a good pick for them last year. Dalen Terry sucked the year before that. Ayo Dosunmu, not too bad. Pat Williams, garbage pickup. Kobe White. And then before that, I couldn't name you another very good pick that they had. So that's all I could say.
Yeah. All right. Well, short and sweet. Bulls are not in a great position. Yeah. So looking, I know the East teams are hopeful in the East with the likes of Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton not playing, but I think the Bulls are just one of those teams that maybe they look to not pay Giddey and just tank it out and see what happens if they can get a pick or not. But looks like they're going to try to pay Giddey. We'll see where that price lands. Moving on. Next up, we got my team, my squad. We got the Sixers. As I mentioned before, I'm looking at this season, looking on the up and up with the likes again of Tyrese and Jason Tatum not playing. Looks like the Celtics possibly maybe tanking so they can get a good pick. That would be crazy. We'll talk about that at some point this summer. So looking up this year, I think starting with the draft, we drafted VJ Edgecombe 3rd overall. I think it was the safe pick at the time. With the way that things were trending with Ace Bailey not wanting to work out for us, not wanting to even be picked within the top 5 necessarily. He went to a team looks like he didn't want to be there. Now he wants to be there all of a sudden. We'll see how that turns out. But yeah, Sixers are kind of in a limbo state, better state than the Bulls. We re-signed Justin Edwards. I'm a fan of his. He 7 million over 3 years, 3-level scorer. I think last year was a slight breakout year for him. I think this year he's really gonna show how he can play. Former number one player in the nation out of high school. Didn't really have that kind of college career you expect to have, but he's really talented. So hopefully we can turn that kind of low value to low pay into high value situation with his play. We signed Eric Gordon back. Very weird. I'm assuming he's just not going to play. Signed to the vet minimum, probably just locker room guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot around with the guys. Gonna just be there. I think they like him around there. So it just shows that they probably like him to keep him. And then Jabari Walker from Portland, we signed him to a two-way. I don't know how much he's going to really provide to the team, but Trendon Watford from the Nets, I think that was an interesting signing from us. Tyrese Maxey was interested in that signing. He posted to Instagram. I think it was a replacement. I think we might have been trying to get Yabusele, who went to the Knicks, but we had to replace him. I think that was a player I really wanted back. But it looks like maybe because we want Grimes back, we can't have both. I guess we want as many guards as possible, which I'm not mad at. I think maybe you two might be against the amount of guards we have at this time. I'm not sure. But yeah, at the time we need a starting four. I do not want Paul George starting at the four whatsoever. I just want him kind of just getting his feet back under him at a position he's used to. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, looking for a four. But overall, I think the Sixers can have a really good year this year. I think the Eastern Conference is wide open. I think the challenging teams are kind of going to have to find their feet again. Knicks are getting some new players, new coach. We'll see how they turn out, if they're going to be as good and as dominant as they were last year. Pacers, we know where they're at. Celtics could still be a good team. We'll see. The likes of the Magic and the Hawks are kind of retooling a bit. We'll see what they step into. Seems like the Pistons, but I think the Sixers, we got a former MVP on our team, so I think we can be right in there. I think also like seeing players like Tyrese Halliburton, the levels of that, like is he a superstar? Is he just a regular all-star? I think Tyrese Maxey fits right into kind of that caliber. I think I might be one of the few that thinks that, but I think Tyrese Maxey is really a star, and with him and supplemented by an MVP like Joel, see what we can do with Paul George. I think we can challenge for the East without hesitation, no doubt. So let's see how that shakes out. How do y'all feel about the Sixers and where we're at right now?
I'm gonna ask you a hating question just before you get going. If you guys again lose in the second round, the Embiid hasn't made it to the conference finals, talks come up again and all that. What do you think the pivot move is? Like, let's say everyone's healthy. Like, do you think we should just run it? They should just run it back again the following year? You think it's finally time for Embiid to go? Like, let's see. Like, what happens?
I mean, I think it depends what the problem is. I think the issue is really just getting him there healthy. But if we fall in the second round, I think definitely we gotta look to shift Embiid. I think that hopefully will time up well with like a Lakers needing to move, maybe like a Miami Heat. They'll have some room and some players that they can give up. I think Bam Adebayo is a player that I like a lot, and Miami Heat have a lot of players that I like. If Wiggins makes it through this year, if even trade deadline talks, I think he'll probably get traded. But I think a team like the Heat, they got some players that can make. It's just I'm down. I'm honestly down with the idea of trading Embiid because we got players like I really believe in Tyrese Maxey. And then I think we can really just build around him and fit players from around the league. And I think it's just really just we've shown that you don't necessarily need, like, obviously you can have that one dominant player, but the Pacers really just prove if you don't have a system that everybody just buys into, it's not really going to work. So if the Embiid system doesn't work, we got to find a system that does. And I think we can't really try another system around Embiid if this next go or two doesn't work. Embiid's not going to have the years or the health on him to do another go. So I think we'll have to just hitch our wagon to Maxey and the other players we got and hope somebody can trade. It's like we're gonna talk about later, like LeBron. It's just what trade do you even make for somebody like Embiid? I think that's the issue we're gonna run into if we get stopped early. But again, I think this year we can really show up and do something in the East for sure.
I do think the Sixers could be very, very good, and it's just health. That's the big one. It feels like every year it's always something health-wise with your team. So, I mean, you're only as good as like your availability is very important. So if you don't have that, who know, like you're cooked. So I think if they could remain healthy, they could shake it up. But that's a big ask, though. You got a lot of guys there that are come back from a big injury, guys that tend to be hurt every year, every other year. So it's a lot. Older guys that are getting old. So let's see though.
We just gotta put him on the Kawhi program, really. Like, we really just have to emphasize getting him to the playoffs as healthy as like, no matter how it looks like. I do not care. Yeah, and then honestly, with our draft, I think our second round pick, that Broom kid, that was a little funky. I don't know much about.
I don't know why y'all drafted him. Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know either. I like even our backup Bona. I like him a lot. So that honestly, maybe that just shows that we're gonna just be sitting and beat a lot and just want somebody that just played a lot of games in college to come in and maybe fill that role for cheap, and then we can just cut him if we have to or get somebody else.
That's true.
I don't know. I was confused as well, but yeah. Hopefully we can find that foreman. Knicks took my guy Yabusele. I'm a big fan. I think he's like literally the epitome of that. Like that dunker role is just becoming like really important to any playoff team. Obi Toppin's the Pacers dunker. We saw it with, oh my goodness, blanking Nuggets. Nuggets dude, Orlando Magic, Aaron Gordon. Yeah, Aaron Gordon was pivotal for the Nuggets championship. So I think the Knicks really just going to shift it over to you, How. I think we're good with the Sixers. I think the Knicks really just made some key moves in terms of players that they need. Going to shift it to you. How you feeling, Howie?
I'm not going to lie. I'm low-key happy. I'm not going to lie. The Knicks have not made a bad decision yet. The first signing was the Jordan Clarkson move. I think that really helps because obviously he's a scorer off the bench, but he also can handle the ball again, kind of relieve Brunson a little bit. Not saying he's going to be a playmaker, but at least relieve him of having the ball in his hands all the time. And, of course, pairing him with Deuce McBride, who's already been handling the ball for us a little bit. I think that's fine. Of a backcourt coming off the bench, kind of relieves a lot of pressure off Brunson, a lot of pressure off Mikal, who's our 2. So I like that move. That's a good 15 points there if we ever really need it, a good spark plug. And then, obviously, Yabusele. I feel like he plays hard. I think the fans are going to love him, honestly. The fans are definitely going to love him just because he gives it his all. And he's a solid player for sure. And then lastly, we finally got a coach. And I am not mad about it at all. I am not mad at Mike Brown at all. I think like what he did with Sacramento, obviously we're a more talented team than that Sacramento team. So, and he's also, it's not like he doesn't have any rings, but as a head coach, but he was under Steve Kerr on that Golden State Warriors team. He's also been on, has he been on the Pop? I want to say he's been on the Pop. Probably.
Yeah.
Everybody. I think everybody's been on the Pop. He's been on the Pop. He's also brought a young LeBron team to the finals. So, I mean, all the pieces are locking in. I think we just maybe get, Yabusele's a 4, but maybe one more big just in case, or maybe one more wing. Either one more wing or one more big, and I think we should be all right. But so far the moves have been great, so I can't complain.
Yeah, man. The more we talk about, I hate that Yabusele went to y'all. I actually think that's just such a good piece to just play off Brent. Like, it's literally like a Julius Randle-esque like type cheap. I say Walmart Julius Randle-esque buy, but slightly more.
But the thing is though, he plays harder than Julius Randle, and we don't need him to score that much.
Exactly. Oh my god, and he's a lot. It's actually perfect in terms of the Mike Brown hire. I think is interesting. I think as time goes on, we kind of like learning that I think that Tom Thibodeau leaving the Knicks move was a little more mutual than people are kind of expecting, because I think
Yeah.
not much in terms of how you guys play will change, but I think more players will play, which I think was really that kind of where the Knicks and Tom were probably headbutting when it came down to it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I think. Oh, I'm trying to think of a Sacramento team. Like, how many people played in that team? I'm pretty sure he went like 8 deep on them in Sacramento.
A lot of guys played on that team a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of guys played in that team. So off the bench, who was it? It was Malik Monk. Damn, I can't even think of that team. Was Keegan off the bench?
Keegan might have came off the bench at some point, but he started at the end of the year. But he started from off the bench.
2023 Kings.
Who?
That was 2023.
What year?
Kings.
The year that 2023.
Trey Lyles came off the bench.
Trey Lyles, he did come off the bench.
I think that Terrence Davis dude even got minutes as well.
Alex Len.
I mean, so like, I feel like we play 8 to 9 guys. We clearly see that the recipe in the league now is have a deep team and be healthy. So like, have a deep, talented team and be healthy is like the recipe. You see teams like Boston, OKC, Indiana, like all those teams are deep. The Cavs, all those teams are deep and healthy. So I mean, I think we just need, like I said, one more piece, one more like wing or forward, and then kind of roll with it. Everybody stay healthy. Just pray for great health, and we should be okay.
Y'all think the East is the Knicks to lose at this point, or you think it's still kind of just a toss up with the team that's left?
I think it's theirs to lose it, only because, like, all right, as much as I hate the Sixers are good, and if they're healthy, they're gonna be a problem. But like, this also like y'all first real year playing together, if you know what I'm saying. Obviously, like you have vets and stuff like that, but I feel like that still is like I don't know. I feel like y'all still don't know the kinks. Y'all, like, at the end of the game comes, you're gonna ball to Paul George, Tyrese, or Joel Embiid,
or Jared McCain. They got more. They got pieces that he can the ball to. Wow. Why I gotta come down to the last shot? Why, like,
that's important.
You can give.
That's important.
You just named 3 guys on it that can put the ball in the basket.
Literally, all three of them.
That's fine, but like,
I mean,
who y'all gonna give it to? Brunson or Cat?
Brunson or Cat, yeah.
Guys that can put the ball in the basket, just like they got guys that put the ball in the basket.
I don't know, man. I'm big on chemistry.
Yeah, I think the Knicks are huge on. I mean, y'all literally fell into this team based off the fact that y'all wanted 3 Villanova guys together and tried to get a 4th. That's the whole reason you guys are even good in the first place.
Let's try to get DiVincenzo back.
I hope y'all do. My thing is, I think we can cut down to it. Nick, if it comes down to Knicks versus Sixers, I think
Knicks in 7.
I think I just don't see what you guys have for Embiid. And then, but like, who's guarding like on your team? Like who's guarding our guards? And then when the bench comes into play, like I just don't see us like really with a healthy
Okay,
Embiid.
Hold on.
Set,
Let's
like
take a
7
step
games.
back.
Go ahead.
Let's take a step back. You just said who's stopping Embiid, and how long ago was that series? Two years ago.
Nobody next.
Okay.
Something out of the power. If injuries, it has to be injuries, and you have to hope Embiid's not there.
But the thing is though, okay, we couldn't stop him, but we still won in 6 games 2 years ago.
By himself, Howie.
Tyrese was literally playing. What are you talking about?
And who else?
Young. That was
Tyrese.
He was the only one.
Kelly Oubre was there. Wasn't Kelly Oubre there?
Okay, now we naming rock stars now. Okay, okay.
Wait, I'm about to.
We was missing Julius Randle.
So this was Kelly Oubre,
the
Tobias, Tyrese. Oh, okay, bro. This are the people that played in this series were.
That was Embiid's first real, like he finally kicked up, and that was it.
Gosh,
not?
Excuses.
This was Buddy Hield. So this was Kelly Oubre, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. Kyle Lowry was playing a lot for us. Nicholas Batum. This was Nicholas Batum. This was don't put fourth quarter wives Batum in. Buddy Hield, Cameron Cameron Payne had to be our guard off the bench, and then Paul Reed was our backup center. And Embiid got hurt this series, I think. He was hobbling through the series.
Stats there available, Justin?
The stats, I can go game by game. What you looking for?
Just the playoffs. They only played one
Let me
series.
see if I can get the round. Yeah, it was the first round. Yeah, I got it up. What you want?
I love how there's just so much excuses, but the Knicks weren't healthy either. We literally didn't have a center, and we didn't have Julius Randle.
Okay.
Who's our second best player?
Okay, what I will say, I will say, I think that series was a bit fair, but what I will say is this is way different, and I think our team is way different. And I know y'all team's way different, but I just think like your weaknesses just don't match up well with what we have. Like I think you guys might try to like are you guys gonna, if you guys push the pace on us, then we'll just put VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey in our backcourt. Like who's keeping up with that? Y'all can't keep up with that.
We're throwing out rookies that haven't played an NBA game yet. Okay.
That's what we're gonna do. Jared McCain. You could put Jared McCain in for
Jared McCain, but I'm saying but VJ Edgecombe, his job is going to be to defend and stand in the corner. Like he's not
like Detroit boys were giving y'all hell. Cast that net so don't say rookies, this and that.
Did they win the series? Did they win the series? Did they win the series?
Did y'all sweep them?
No, but they did. They had y'all worried a little bit. Way more worried than it should have been.
Okay. Oh, that's how we're doing it now. So you were at no point worried about that series with the Pistons. No point.
No.
Man.
You think they should have won 6 games before that? Huh? Did you have 6 and 6?
I said 5. I said Knicks and 5.
Okay.
I said Knicks and 5. Okay. I'll give them 1.
We were 2 games away from the K Cunningham ones coming out, bro.
Your team's
2 games away.
You are, bro. Your team
2 games away. Oh my! I don't know. I just think I agree. I think the Sixers have been a tricky team to evaluate because of our injuries, but again, I think if we can just really just be gimmicky this year, like just follow the likes of the Clippers, even the Warriors are sneaky about it. Just get Embiid to the playoffs as healthy as possible. I don't think many of these teams have anything for us. Like I just don't. I really don't see it. And I'm really trying to think like I'm really like when it comes to y'all, I think I'm really worried about Cat and JB. And I think we can probably shut down one of the two, and then the other one will probably go off. And I think that's a winning recipe for us. I don't think y'all have anything to really come.
I'm hoping that if our role players step up the way they should, like everybody keeps forgetting that OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges are good. Like they're not bums.
Yeah, because it's hard when you watch them play. We forget that they're good sometimes.
We do. We do forget.
This is my problem with your team, though. And I agree to your point. I think they need a. Why are you making that face? I haven't even said that.
You go ahead, bro. Say what you gotta say.
I also think that they need a 3-4 off the bench for sure. But those 4 guys played very well in the playoffs. They played very well against Indiana, but again, you have Josh Hart. Josh Hart, who I heard you say multiple times, sucked against the Pacers, correct?
He did. Numbers don't lie.
Okay, and since you want to talk about last shot, whatever, let's talk about the last few minutes of the game. How much is Jordan Clarkson going to be? How many minutes is he going to be playing down the stretch of the game?
Depends on who's hot. That's the joy of having a well-rounded team.
Yabusele's in there at the 4. Okay, who else do y'all have? Deuce McBride? Deuce McBride not getting in the game either.
Deuce McBride's definitely getting in the game.
You guys have I don't have no respect for your depth at all, and I rock with Jordan Clarkson. I think Yabusele's tough too.
Like I told you, we have 3 off the bench. We have 3 off the bench right now. We just need one more solid piece, and we're good. One more solid piece, and we can be fine.
I don't have any faith.
Who's the 5? Who's the 5? I think
Mitch Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson.
I think I was about to go through the starting 5, but I think where I may agree with I think the offseason signings that you made are very helpful to where you guys were weaker. I think Jordan Clarkson and the Yabusele will help. But
It's
I think just with
sure.
matching up with the Sixers specifically. But go ahead, Mal. We can kick
It
it.
took, no. It took them a step ahead for sure. But we're not looking at that team and saying, "Yo, that's a championship level team right there." Sure, they
everybody's
could
supposed to hate on the Knicks.
huh?
Everybody's supposed to hate on the Knicks. That's why nobody's saying that.
What? How you look
Nobody's
at that?
ever gonna say that.
How you look at that team and you say, "Yo, this team can win a chip."
Knowing what that team did last year, and we really made no alterations but add. We didn't subtract anything yet.
Oh my god! Who did y'all beat in the second round, Howie?
Boston.
Pistons. Was it Pistons? Oh, Boston.
You guys played a very good series against Boston. You guys played okay against the Pistons, 1-6. Played very well against Boston, a team that you guys were constructed to beat, who also played very bad on their part.
I was about to say they had some ducks.
They played very bad. Y'all played very good. Y'all won. Your flowers. The Pacers whooped that behind. Your team isn't invincible, bro. Your team isn't.
They're not. Nobody's invincible.
They're not. I don't even think with the Celtics and the Pacers not being as good as they're going to be next year, like they just were. I still don't think that you guys could even make it.
So who's the favorite? So who's your favorite in the East then? If it's not the Knicks.
I don't have to have a favorite in the East, but I could say wholeheartedly that I don't think you guys are making it out of the East. It's a toss-up.
So who is?
That's a really good answer.
It could be between
Not a good answer.
Cleveland.
I know you said you didn't have to pick a favorite. I
didn't have to pick a favorite.
Go ahead.
You guys have you guys obviously have a chance. Of course, you guys have a chance.
There's only three teams. There's only three teams. It's
and now
Sixers.
We're talking to a Knicks fan. Yo, Howie, I want to talk to a basketball fan. I'm not talking to a Knicks fan. Just be a basketball fan and be for real.
There's literally only three teams in the East that's a toss-up. It's Sixers, Knicks, and who's the last team?
The Magic. What happened to the Magic? What about the Magic? What about the Magic?
The Magic. I'm not throwing them in that.
I think they can be up there.
No.
They got the points they. I think the Magic got the points they need.
No. Basketball, Howie. So I get why you would say that. They have one of the best defenses in the NBA.
Yeah.
They have a top 3 defense in the NBA, and now they just
got the points. They just got points now too. Yeah, they're gonna be in the run.
When those when those guys are on the court all together, they're different, bro.
I think what we're kind of.
I have no faith in them young.
Real quick. I think what we're getting at is the
youngest team. The youngest team in the league just won a chip. You got to cut that young talk out. You have to cut the young talk out. Off of that alone, the youngest team in the league just won a chip. Did they not?
Go ahead, Steam. Say what you got to say.
No. I think what I was gonna say is I think what we're getting at. I think it's gonna continue. It's right along with what we're going. I think what we're getting at is as the course of the series, as the course of the playoffs went on, I think the recipe to beat the Knicks teams really started to figure it out. And now at the end, when we're at the offseason, the Knicks aren't as scary as they were kind of after like that beating the Pistons, beating the Celtics. I think a lot about that team was kind of figured out. And I think you guys have done stuff to help that. But I think when teams really can hone in and really it's just like, I don't know. On the other end, they were just really just picking somebody and headhunting. Like I think
they were headhunting Brunson and Carl all game long.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the big.
And I think that's a huge problem that hasn't been addressed. And I think that's something that was the main issue. So do you think the Knicks are done? Like what do you think? How do you think that will affect them kind of moving forward in the season? Like, do you think the points just kind of supplement and cover that over?
Everybody's gonna make adjustments. Mm-hmm. Everybody's gonna make adjustments at the end of the day. So I'm banking on that they make adjustments to the things that's happened. You're gonna find a way. You're gonna make individual adjustments. You're gonna make adjustments as a team. I mean, team adjustments are gonna happen regardless because you have a whole brand new coaching system. But individual adjustments as well, because obviously they're picking on Brunson, they're picking on Cat. Right. So it's like you figure it out that way. I don't know. Like you just don't like
just for this part of the conversation, please. Howie, you're asking for 2 of your best players who are only scorers to play defense. They don't play defense. They foul and get cooked. Do they not?
Well,
They foul
well,
and get
this is
cooked. Do they not?
okay. And if you're playing offense for 43 minutes a
30, you
game,
can't.
if you're playing offense for 43 minutes a game, then you won't play defense that much. But if we cut down those minutes to
No,
about
Howie,
That's an
32,
answer.
you can't
we cut
say
down
that
those minutes to
because
32.
they're still scoring. They're still scoring the ball on
I
the
don't mind
other
that
end.
thinking.
Yeah, but you're getting more
putting in
rest.
no effort. They're putting in no
Well,
effort.
that's gonna have to change.
More
You
rest.
have to.
Howie, you know. Some people are just scorers. They don't play any defense. That's just their thing, right or wrong. Some people are just like that.
But as an NBA basketball player, you have to be able to play defense.
And they don't. You heard Carl himself say, "Yo, why do you be fouling?" Only God knows. What? What? As a fan, your starting five, your second best player said, "Only God knows." Do you feel confident about that going forward? Y'all was looking to ship him out because of that comment alone. He don't play defense. He's 30. He about to be 30. You think he about to play defense now? You about to say, "Yo, let me do defensive slides around the gym." You think he about to lock in now? Nah. No trabaja así, bro.
I don't know, man. That's something we got to figure out. We're speaking of hypotheticals. We're speaking of hypotheticals. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Hypotheticals. We could talk about the past, things that happened. You don't play no defense. Brunson don't play no defense. Right or wrong?
That's correct.
I'm talking to a Knicks fan. I understand why this conversation really not going nowhere. It's all good, man. I can see why it's not going nowhere. I get it.
I think the Knicks really I think they hit on one of the things they needed, bench scoring, brought in the team, but I think they just need to add some defenders. But I think what I am forgetting too is, again, how we made a good point about Mikal Bridges and OG. I don't necessarily remember what the season looked like for them, but I'm just assuming next year is just going to have to be a jump defensively. And then the other guys, they're probably going to have to add in on the scoring end. We'll see. Anything else about the Knicks? I'm feeling good about the Sixers more and more as we discuss this. But yeah, East is wide open this year, and the West is super tough, but the East is wide open, so that's going to be really, really interesting for sure. All right. Like Mal's Bulls, they're cooked. So is Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley was caught betting, linked to some investigations for some betting activity linked to himself. He was rumored to have $42 million over 3 years waiting for him for the Pistons until this was found out. In my opinion, I don't know how. I mean, obviously people fall into stuff. I don't know. I think I was about to make a broad judgment, but I really don't know how you can just get caught up in the betting. I think that's other things stemmed up to bleeding, so the betting needed to be made. But man, it just seems like a really dumb situation to get caught in. How y'all feeling about this one?
He's stupid. Not gonna lie. You just can't, you already saw what happens with Jonte Porter and all that other stuff. You just can't. Why? Why are you betting? You're a multi-millionaire. How are you getting caught up in this? I don't understand. I really don't understand. You said what?
More than just betting. He owes money to his dentist, his barber, other people.
I don't understand how you can just. I don't understand how you think you're gonna get away with it. Honestly, I just think it's idiotic. I don't know. I think it's stupid. But yeah, it kind of upsets me because I'm like, bro, please, there's no way. No way.
Yeah, I don't even know how. Also, I don't know. Most of the thing, it also makes me think, I feel like there's just so many easy ways around it. I don't know. Can't your friend just have an account and you just kind of I don't know how it doesn't work out that way. I guess it's not that, it can't be that easy though, because I'm sure someone had to think about that. But just what makes you and I guess actually we know this is stupid. Let's take a different angle. What stats do you think would be the easiest to get away with if you want to bet? Are we going
Points?
points like allowed? Like you're on the defensive end, like you let you guys score. Do you think that's easy to get by, or are you like shot attempts? Like if you guys were in his position, what stat
I
would you
mean,
guys try
I'll
to
probably
get
do like
off of?
threes, like over under threes or something like that. I don't know. Like, yo, that's a crazy question. You're actually nutty for
I'm
that.
trying to. Well, it's so obvious. I think we obviously reached the conclusion that he was very stupid very quickly. So I'm trying to reframe the conversation.
I
What you
I
think,
don't know.
Rana?
think it's only could be points, but he was wild. He was trying to cover the spread on. They were up by like 7. He's getting a layup with a few seconds left on the clock to cover the spread. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so stuck on the barber. The barber won like he was paid out $28,000. Like, yo, how many cuts did you get?
Barber's acting different these days. You never know.
Your dentist too old, like, and they was collecting his checks since February. Like, I don't know. I think I'm not sure what happens moving forward. I'm not sure if he's cooked out of the league. He's got a lot of problems going on. F him though. F him. You want to shake his booty on the court? You want to shake your butt? Your butt elsewhere. I don't know, but I'm sure this is about to be
I'm sure he's gonna quickly stop doing that where he's going. But I think the real issue here is I think is really like let's also another reframe, the barber. Like at what point do you stop cutting dudes' hair? Like he had like what we're thinking, 1,000 a cut, like or how much like this is. Man, there's actually
Bro, it's a lot of foolishness. It's honestly a lot of like.
I think we're
it's just
figuring
not
out
good.
the betting is the least interesting part of this. Like, what's his relationship with his barber? What's his dentist? I think the dentist makes sense. I guess maybe he got a new set of teeth or something. That could rack up money quick. But yeah, that's crazy. Obviously, I don't know. Probably needs better friends, but yeah,
He's an idiot.
That's crazy. Yeah,
there's about to be a trend like moving forward though. There's about to be a few guys coming out definitely for betting and gambling and all that.
Yeah,
so
I guess that makes sense. The DeJounte stuff came up. They were really looking. Terry got flagged for some stuff. He got cleared. Not the same luck for Malik. Yeah, there's definitely some guys probably out there just worrying, shaking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Al Horford probably made some money when he was with the Sixers or something. That's probably what that was. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
all right.
They're on the spot.
All right, somebody that is not gonna need to gamble. Hopefully, Miles Turner got the sure thing from the Bucks. Didn't need to wait out from the Pacers. Pacers were really sleeping in terms of paying him. I think they want to give him like 20 something a year, but the Bucks came in with it was Bucks paid him 107 over 4. I think he fits in really well with this team. I can't imagine a center I would want to pair with Giannis more. I think on the rebounding end, he leaves a lot to be wanted, but I see how he's disagreeing with this one. Malachi disagrees. I don't know. I can't think. What other center would you want? Would you want to
Miles Turner
with Giannis?
Miles Turner, that was a waste of money. Overpaid by far. Brook Lopez I'm still taking Brook Lopez over Miles Turner. I'm going to be completely honest.
He doesn't watch basketball. He doesn't watch basketball. You can ignore his mouth right now. He doesn't watch basketball. He doesn't watch basketball.
I just think when you look at the market,
Miles Turner.
Go ahead. You go. You go, Hal.
Anyway, so like I was saying, Miles Booty Boy Turner, I don't think that he's worth that much money for 4 years. And also, like, you're telling me you waived Dame to sign him? Are we serious? I
mean, I don't know.
I don't think it was worth it. I don't think it's going to do any difference. the Bucks are going to be a mid team regardless. Like this
I don't
doesn't
know,
really
bro.
move the needle for them. Like they just try to replace Brook Lopez. The man can shoot.
I-
He can defend the rim sometimes, but like I don't know.
What?
It's not doing it
He
for
let
me.
maybe
I
the
just
playoffs
don't
block
like
shots,
Miles Turner.
Jabroni.
Doesn't so. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, bro. Okay.
I don't know, let's look
Go
at
ahead,
it.
Mal.
I could admit that this is a bad signing, but they re-signed Bobby Portis also, so it's like that's three. That's a starting four.
They're frontline heavy OD.
What are they gonna do? Giannis at the three, Bobby Portis, Miles. Yeah, and then who's at the 1-2? Kevin Porter Jr. and Kyle Kuzma.
I think you got to make
but-
moves
Big lineup,
there.
though.
But I mean, that's.
I got questions
I mean,
for you, though.
2020. Go ahead, Mal.
How? What do you think? What contract should he have gotten?
What is it?
He
How
was
much is it
probably
over 4
the
years?
best.
107 over 4, I believe. So that 107
Oof,
over
that's a
4.
lot. I'm giving him
He was
80. I'm giving him
the
85.
Available big. What?
It's
I'm
20
giving him
Over 4 years?
85.
Over 4 years.
That's what the Pacers were trying to give him.
You sound
Yeah,
like
they
I
did
know
right.
it's
They
not
did right.
The Chicago Bulls could use you. You will fit over there. Sure.
I think when you look at it, like when you look at the market, like I think you got to go a little bit over market, but like again, you have a Giannis. How many centers can you pair with Giannis? That limits yourself. There's only so many out there. One of them is Miles Turner, who just was in the finals, who can shoot the ball. And then 2025, 26 basketball, you can run this lineup. You have Giannis, Bobby Portis, Miles Turner. Kyle Kuzma isn't great, but he's still 6'9", can stretch the floor and score. And then Michael Porter Jr. is like 6'6", can score at 3 levels. I think you got to make adjustments, but like I can see like what they're going for. Like I don't think it's terrible. I don't love it. I don't like it, but
I don't like it either. But I get what you're saying though. Like I can see it on paper, but is it gonna really make a difference? No.
why not though? Like literally, why? Like
They're not doing. Miles Turner is not the missing piece to bring them.
Be able to guard those 3 guys. I know one team that's not going to be able to guard those 3 guys. I mean, not say the name though. I don't want to get somebody in here mad.
That's not.
Oh, brother. Oh, my gosh. Why are we acting like this is a great move? This is a mid move.
It's not a great move, but I'm just saying. I know a certain team that's going to be busting that booty.
Oh, my gosh, bro.
I don't think it's great. I think it's good.
Go ahead. I have nothing else to say about this. Miles Turner, in my book, is a solid basketball player. He's not worth this much money.
What were the stats? You looked at the stats and kept quiet.
I looked up his stats. He was dirt in the playoffs. Or not in the playoffs. He was dirt in the last 2 series.
Oh, my boy,
he shot the ball 25.
He was very bad in the OKC series, for sure. Very bad.
OKC series, I don't want to talk about that.
He was god awful.
Yeah.
He was horrible in the OKC series.
And the other
I mean, okay, playoffs he started. Actually, wait, maybe he wasn't as bad as I thought because it felt way worse.
I really like him.
What do you
He shot 38 from 3, 50 from the field, and let me see from the free, 73 from the free throw line, and he averaged 10.6 in the playoffs.
How many rebounds and blocks?
Rebound, he's not. Rebounds is where he hurts. He averages like
rebound.
Yeah, he does not.
Rebounds is not good.
What's the blocks though?
Rebounds. The blocks he had a total of blocks. 126. I can't really do the math that fast.
How? What you?
I'm on Basketball Reference.
I think you said he led the playoffs.
Two. He averaged 2 blocks. 2 blocks.
I
2 blocks, 6 rebounds.
I get for the like he's playing with Giannis, like he's playing with Giannis now, like Bobby, like I don't know, I like it, I love it, um, yeah, I think sake of time, let's push on, Lakers, they got
Lakers.
Lakers.
they're
The
making
smart
some
second
moves,
team.
they're trying to get back to the championship, build this team around Luka and LeBron. Some reports coming out that LeBron may not want to be a Laker. The Lakers may not want LeBron to be a Laker. LeBron may not want to play with Luka. There's a lot coming out. They just signed DeAndre Ayton for LeBron to yell at. They just signed another person. I forget. They signed Jake LaRavia from, I believe he was in, I think he was in Utah. Shoot, I forget from, but Jake LaRavia. I don't know much about him, but they signed him. Yeah, Lakers trying to get back to it. What do you guys think? They've been looking for a center, signed DeAndre Ayton. You think this is a quality signing from him? Not going to do much. How y'all feel? Active.
I feel like the West is too stacked. I'm not gonna lie, the West is too stacked. Like as much as I want my second team, the Lakers, to do well, I don't think they have the firepower enough to really compete.
Never heard you jack that. Never heard you jack that until now.
Nah, that's my second team.
Mad low key, right? Mad low key.
That's my second team. Mad low key. Mad low key.
That was
mad
new.
low
Yeah,
key,
this
mad
is new. This is new news
Mad
for me
low key,
too.
mad low key.
Hey,
Mad low key. No, I know how to see second spot. You
I don't second team shame. I don't second team shame. Go ahead.
That's my second team, low key. But yeah, I think the West is too stacked. And I think by the time playoffs come around, they might be burnt out because that's what happened last year. They got to playoffs and it got really bad. Obviously, Bron's getting old. I don't think Austin Reeves started to get exposed a little bit, and Luka is a walking cone. So I think they might be burnt out by that time, and I don't think they have enough firepower to just really heavily rely on Luka and Bron.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's a good move for now. I think they'll still be top 5 in the West, but it's going to be hard in those playoffs. The West next year is going to be disgusting. Going to be disgusting top to bottom.
Oh
so,
my God!
I don't know.
I think the West. Somebody in the West are winning it easy next year. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And I was telling my boys this. I wish the NBA just for one season would do a 1-16 tourney for the playoffs. Like just East and West combined. Do it like that. If two West teams battle that out at the end, like so be it. But I'm not sure if you guys remember Ayton's stint in Phoenix right before he got traded or whatever.
It was good, right?
God awful. It
was bad. It was bad. I don't remember.
No.
Oh wait, I'm thinking
Suns.
I'm thinking a championship run year.
No, and even then, he kind of gave up on him at a certain point. Like he straight up gave up. So I'm not sure if that's the version of Ayton we're about to get. I haven't seen him on the Blazers, but he has that history already. I mean, I'm sure if things get tough, you just want to buckle down and kind of just there's like
you got Brown over there. You got Brown over there. It's different now.
How much
that is it?
If Bron says he doesn't have much faith in this roster, he said it before the move, but how much does Bron really care at this point? And I mean they're trying to get Andrew Wiggins, but give up Dalton Connect, Rui, and I think a first round pick for Andrew Wiggins. So it's like,
what?
Rui's good. They lost Dorian.
I like Rui.
Yeah,
I like Rui
a lot.
They lost Finney Smith.
Finney Smith got paid.
I don't know. I'm sure if they come across the right teams throughout the playoffs, maybe it could work. Let's see if Luka really is about to be in his MVP bag or something. I don't know. He's due for one for sure. I think the NBA wants to see that, but I don't know, man. This again, I don't think this is definitely a step up from Jackson Hayes as a starting 5, but
yeah,
this is like chip talk. I wouldn't say that with them either.
I agree. I don't think it's really chip talk. It looks better, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold yet.
Not right now.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need another piece and push it on down. We got Bradley Beal on the run, looking like he might get bought out soon. This is relatively recent news. Sons of Bradley Beal, quote unquote, closer than ever to a buyout. if he's bought out. The Warriors, the Lakers, as we just mentioned, and the Bucks are the teams at the top of the list. We were just talking about the Bucks. I think you had Bradley Beal to that team. I think that looks really good. I think I don't know. I'm a fan of his more than most. I frankly think he just should have.
No.
Yeah,
Don't say that too loud ever again.
I think I'm not. I don't think he's great, but I think he's better than most people. Like I think he can add to a team. Most people think. I think that
50 mil a year, good.
no, but I think NBA money's funky. I think here's the thing. I think he should have just stayed with the Wizards his entire career, and the kind of narrative around him would have been totally different. I think he kind of played his way in just to that kind of money, and I think like I don't know, the money's weird because the market's kind of the market. If you want a player that he can get you 20 plus a night, so I think that's kind of the market for a player like that. But when he's bought out, who knows? You'll probably have some room to sign him. I don't know, for 50 mil a year. I think I might draw the line there. But just when you adding him as a third star, I think the way the Suns did it wasn't the way to go. I think they were just kind of throwing pieces together. But I think there's actually a spot that will actually fit for him. And some of these teams mentioned, I think the Warriors should be top of his list. I think that would be great for him. Just give him some freedom. I think playing with Draymond, Steph, seeing how Buddy Hield kind of did his thing this year. I think Bradley Beal can take that to another level. But yeah, y'all not fans of him. What y'all think? Let me get the record straight. I don't think he's amazing, and I think this year what he did with the Suns was not great. But I think just him as a player, vacuum talent wise, I think he's okay for sure.
Bradley Beal is up on my list in one of the most jabroni-esque players in the leagues for sure. I think if you add him to your team, automatically you're not winning nothing. If he's contributing on your team, you're not winning nothing. He gives you 20 a night for sure, but at what cost? With an L. I think if a team puts him on the roster and they want to win, he has to be like the fourth option, something like that. Like come off the bench and be a sixth man or something like that.
So you think he can drag down? You think he can drag down a Warriors and a Bucks team, like Giannis and Steph? Like you think he can like just drag like? You don't think they can like uplift him at all?
On the Warriors, bro, he's damn near the second option on that Bucks team too.
Yeah, I get the option point. I do get that.
Bad, yo, he's so bad. He is so.
I don't know, bro.
Westbrook, PG.
All right.
And
there's no reason to go to Westbrook.
There's more, but I'll leave it there. Harden be in and out of that list for sure, but Jabroni.
Harden's did his thing.
Jabroni.
Playoff Harden. You have to say playoff Harden, not regular season Harden. Playoff Harden.
Not be hating.
Hey, boy still hasn't been signed by anybody.
Relax.
Knicks, man. I thought we were gonna sign him, but he hasn't been signed yet. There's a reason.
No, we don't need him.
Nobody needs him. Nobody needs him. Nobody.
Oh no, the Kings. The Kings are about to sign him. No, I'm not even joking. The Kings are about to sign him. But yeah, honestly, I didn't know. I knew y'all wouldn't be fans, but I didn't think it would be this strong. How you feel about the situation, Howie?
I kind of agree with Mal. Like Bradley Beal's dirt at this point in his career. Obviously, he can like he can get better, but like if you have to rely on Bradley Beal to get you 20, you're not in no playoff race contention. No
20.
No, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I feel like that's exactly like I feel like that's exactly when you just somebody say just go get maybe 20 like that like
I want if he's on my team. If he's on my team, I want him to be 6th, 7th man. You get a few buckets, play your 25, 27 minutes, and come back out the game.
Are you sure? But like that Suns roster outside of their start, like they had nothing like filling out that roster. Like
they didn't.
The Bucks have a little bit like
listen, bro. It took Westbrook getting to the Wizards for him to actually make it to the playoffs. It took Westbrook putting on a crazy.
That's a good point.
Even though he contributed for sure, he definitely contributed, but
yeah, I'm not even that big of a fan. I think y'all are just shocking me. I think that's making me fight. I am, But yeah, that's wow. I mean, like, I just put it. I mean, like, he shot 50 from the field, average 17. I don't know. And it's funny because if you asked me if I would want him on the Sixers right now, I'd say no. So I guess that proves the point. But yeah, it's like, man. But like, I don't know. Brad, again, if you ask me mid-season, I was talking, I would consider Bradley Beal for Paul George straight up. But again, is that saying much? But like, it was so bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, I think I'm waiting out PG. I'm gonna hope he can get back on his feet next year. But yeah, I think y'all just surprised me. Makes sense though. I feel y'all. We're gonna get close to getting out of here. We're gonna move on to the good award. Skip on down to that. I can start us off because I might throw my head my good award all in one. My good award goes to Ace Bailey. Finally making things right. He got asked a dumb question, which is my throw my head award goes to. His lady asked him if there was any chance like he wouldn't show up. I think that was a dumb question because there's only one answer to that. But shout out to whoever made this, the 2K.
No,
the 2K meme.
Man, I know it's mad funny.
The good answer, the bad answer. I think that's exactly what that moment was. So yeah, definitely appreciated that. Happy to see Ace Bailey. I think Ace is in the perfect spot for him. Just go out there, do your thing, do your 5 to 7 years, go out there and kill, and just try to do exactly what Donovan Mitchell did. Literally, just do that. But I'll kick it to y'all. We'll get another topic.
I mean, my good award is going to my New York Knickerbockers. They've surprised me. They've made some solid moves. They've made some decent moves with a new head coach, some offseason signing. They're off to a great start, and definitely for recent Knicks history. So it's going to the front office. I'm very proud of them as a Knicks fan. So that's where I'm at now.
What you got, Mal? I have nothing to add on that. I've said way too many good things about the Knicks this episode, even though I think the Sixers would be better for sure.
I'll go with the Western Conference, man. It seemed like at one point when Shams was putting all those reports out, like on top of them already having great draft picks, seemed like all the players are going to Western teams, and the West basketball, bro, it's about to be like there's about to be teams missing the playoffs with positive records, you know. So,
yeah.
Credit to the West, man. Let's see. It's definitely gonna be a battle over there. It's gonna be prime time for sure.
No, absolutely. I skipped over the topics, but the Nuggets are making some crazy good moves. They got Michael Porter Jr. out for Cam Johnson. I think that's
Michael Porter the play ends here. Porter Jr. The guys are.
Bruce Brown is back.
Yeah, exactly. Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway for the minimum. Like Tim Hardaway playing with Jokic is going to be insane.
Oh yeah, he's put the over on all three.
And then facts. And then funny enough, they traded for Valanciunas, but Valanciunas may decide he wants to go to Greece and play there. So that kind of is weird that he's doing that after they traded for him. But I guess it's not his fault. They even know they're going to be traded, but we'll see how that works out. But yeah. The West is going to be looking good this year.
Looking good too. Rock is going to be very well.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We talked about them last episode, so I left them off. But they got Jabari Smith getting 122 over 5. Resigned Fred VanVleet to 2-year extension. Yeah, they're looking good. That conference is going to be crazy. And then the Spurs bringing Dylan Harper in. That Luke Cornett pickup, I think that's a really good pickup. I think that. Him on the Spurs fits like a glove. It's crazy, but yeah, West is looking good. You said you had something else, Mal?
No, I said
that. All right, on to the throw my head. Mine was to that reporter that asked Ace that question. I have a thing for a reporter asking bad questions. I hate it. I think it's really stupid. It's a really I don't know. I'm not saying it's an easy job, but just finding those questions I don't know. And sometimes they're forced to ask them, so it can't be too hard. But yeah, that question was just really, really stupid, especially as opening press conference, and you're gonna have to be working it's Ace Bailey, that's gonna be the star, maybe the star of the team for the next 10 years. That's how you're gonna start your relationship with him. It's crazy. Yeah, but that's what I got to say on that. What y'all got for the throw ahead?
I don't got anything. I don't
Heard
got
that.
one.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something nasty that happened.
Oh.
I don't want to.
I'll do the Nets.
I'll just throw
First
Malik
team to
Beasley's
have
name up.
5 first-round picks and getting a bunch of jabronis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was
Yeah. Malik might have to go for mine just because like
Yeah,
how do you get yourself in a situation like that's actually
doubt.
horrible.
no doubt. Also, again, I was thinking. Also, somebody from baseball got flagged as well. I didn't know you could bet on individual pitches in baseball. So, like,
I didn't know
how
that.
is every pitcher not like, okay, 10th pitch, like, it's gonna be a ball. Just put one like that's crazy.
You're
Off
at
top.
the umpire's discretion, though. I mean, you could kind of OD it, but what if the batter just swings?
Right.
That
That's
is
true. That's true. Damn.
I
Yeah.
don't know, it's weird. Just these guys gotta stop being greedy, bro. You're already multi-millionaire. You'll be all right.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's it.
Be smart and greedy.
That's fair. No, I think we should mesh both those messages together. Always strive for greatness no matter what and be fair to everybody.
Strive for greatness.
Good PR.
Yeah.
Good PR. Good PR. Good PR.
That's what I'm here for. That's episode 31 wrapped up.
Yo,
Anything else to get off our hearts and minds? There we go.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment,
Like,
subscribe.
comment,
I'm bad at
subscribe.
saying it. That's why I got them to say it for me. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next episode. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.